will Darnell Washington score more than 5 touchdowns this season?
Absolutely not. I know Big G got him scoring that many.
Bet corner time right now, 15 minutes. Did he score more than 5 touchdowns? Bet corner time right now that Darnell Washington score.
Bet.
The only bet it.
What are you expecting from Russ this year? If you're just projecting his numbers for the year, you in this offense.
I say Russ 31-11. 31-11. 31 touchdowns, 11 INTs. 31-11.
Let me write that down.
31-11. Yeah. If he plays the whole season. But Russ might not play the whole season.
I wouldn't be surprised if he actually takes care of the ball a little bit better than that. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in 32-8. I wouldn't be surprised if it's close to 4-1.
Ooh. Justin will run, pass, and catch the football for the Steelers during the 2024 season.
Under 1.5 receptions.
But how much corner time? How much corner time you want to bet? The bet I want is the Commanders have no win more than the Bears.
I'll take that bet.
Well, we'll see.
No, we can see it now. I'll take that bet.
Bet it.
I just said I will take that bet.
I ain't scared. Bet.
What you got?
I got the Bears.
The Commanders going to have a better record than the Bears.
All right. So are you going to bet everybody? Are you betting everybody on the show? 10 minutes apiece?
I got it. 10 apiece.
10 minutes apiece. All right.
10 apiece.
I'm putting that on the screen. There we go.
I ain't scared. at all.
All right.
I'm going to have a whole show in the corner for 30 minutes.
I think played a major role in the team losing in the championship game. But hopefully it's on the road to being back 100% September 5th when they open the season against the defending champs. Rematch. Start the season 1-0.
Wait. Time out. Paul. You said start the corner time bet right now. Bet it.
Oh, here we go.
Bet it right now.
15 minutes.
15 minutes on it. Bet. I got the Chiefs. 15 minutes. Bet. Jaden Daniel going to win Rookie of the Year. And we'll get to that segue at the end of the show.
That 3 passes let you know that?
Oh, yeah. I'm letting them know right off the back. Jalen Daniel going to win Rookie
of the Year. You can already write that quarter time
down. Write it down.
The team that I think is possibly slated for a slide backwards here, the Buffalo Bills, 6th hardest schedule. And, they had some rough go of it at the beginning of last year. And now you're losing your number 1 wide receiver. Any thoughts on the Buffalo Bills?
I think Buffalo's going to win that division again.
Facts, Tate. Big facts.
I think
I feel better about my prediction every time.
And facts. I think you believe it or not, to pay in Big G, he's going to make somebody Chase Claypool again. Watch what I tell you.
No, I ain't not see. You lost me on that. That's big trash right there.
Chase Claypool's on the practice squad.
I ain't going for that one, Tate. You ain't gonna get me on that one. Oh no, that's
Chase
big
Claypool
trash
is running the other team's offense for the practice team.
I ain't just saying in a few months I told you so, but you'll see. He's gonna last in Buffalo all year to get a contract next year. Atlanta having a better record than the Bears. And
I've got the Falcons going to the playoffs as a 9-win team.
I got the Falcons going to the playoffs as an 11-win team. I got your bet.
Is that
no? This is the know-it-alls, and as a know-it-all, we face the corner. We put our nose in the crook of that corner. So 15 minutes. Bears versus Falcons. Who has the better record? Let you know one. I'm gonna get y'all one chance. We got 6 days until the NFL season starts. By the time we come back and do the show for next week, one game will already be in the books. So we really don't have any more opportunity to, as G likes to say, with new information, change our minds. So I'm gonna go around the room with new information. Since all the offseason bloviating and espousing and hot taking has come to an end, the season's here now. Are you still confident in where you stood in the offseason, or do you want to bring something back a little bit? I'm gonna go around the table. Tate, second hardest man working in the podcast sphere. Has
man.
anything changed with you?
Well, I listened to that whole clip, man. We got a couple more clips. I don't know how you coordinate and run this show and have to remember all this stuff, man. I listen. I know everything G say is crazy. Now, I said, so I don't got to keep up with his. I know anything he said was crazy. But mine was that Chase Claypool take. Obviously, I have to take it back. He's hurt already.
The only one that made me belly laugh.
I think he's on IR already. I don't know if it's season ending. It might be. So yeah, that Chase Claypool take, I was a little ahead of myself. So, I don't think I bet anybody corner time on that one though. But yeah,
No,
that
you just
one
said write it down.
Yeah, write it down. Don't mean I bet corner time though.
No. Buffalo is a rest haven for broken and bust Bears and Steelers. They are a rest haven for those players. I don't know why. I don't know why they like recyclables, but it is what it is. Chase has been cut.
They got the daily double in Chase. He was a bust at both places.
He wasn't a bust in Pittsburgh. He scored 11 touchdowns his rookie season.
And what did he do after that? TikTok?
He wanted to hear some music in the locker room and all kind of go to fashion shows and stuff. I don't know what he was doing. Tomlin got him out of there.
Not playing football.
Not playing football well.
All right, G. You've been hiding behind that corner time because you're gonna be paying a lot of it. Thanks a lot. Is there anything you want to pull back on? We had a lot of your big chest moments in that clip in a 3-minute run. Anything you want to like? You know what? With new information, I could be a little bit wiser.
Hey man,
I feel like you bet both sides of corner time on something in there.
No way. I'm
I
saying
don't know if he did, but it wouldn't surprise me if it happened.
Oh, I wrote it all down. I wrote all my corner times bets down. I got them right here sitting in front of me. And I got a lot. Listen, I got a lot of cheddar out there this year, man. A lot of cheddar. Oh, a lot of corner time, loader kind cheddar cheese going on out there. Because man, if Russie don't come through, and some of them other ones I got, I'm cooked. But you know what? I'm saying with my chase pay, I'm sticking with my bet. I'm riding with all of them. Listen, I'm a man of my word. I think what I think, and it is what it is. I ain't backing off of nothing. And I think all of those bets are achievable.
Some of them might be already wrong.
No, none of them is wrong.
Yes. Oh,
none of them are wrong.
You already said last week that Justin Fields is going to take over QB1 before. I didn't bet no corner time though. But how is Russell going to throw 33 touchdowns if he's not starting?
32 touchdowns. I said, matter of fact, I said 31 and 11. B Dirt is the one that was talking about 32 and some change. I said 31 and 11. I wrote my bets down.
How is he going to do that sitting next to Levi?
He ain't going to be sitting next to Levi on the bench.
So then one of your two takes was wrong.
What? The only quarter time bet I didn't have no quarter time bet about
Justin about takes, not bets, just takes.
Oh, I ain't worried about the take. I'm talking about that corner time.
No, we talking about take.
You sitting in a corner.
I didn't bet on Chase Claypool, but I was wrong.
I was wrong about Justin, but I'm sticking with Russie, and I still think Justin will catch, pass, and throw a touchdown. Or at least make a catch pass. I got bets out there, bro.
You got a couple super chats, man.
Listen, I do feel I was right with part of it and wrong and too aggressive with part of it. I do think that Russ will take care of the ball. I think he's proven that. He'd rather take a sack than throw an interception.
He's going to bubble something.
He would rather hold on to the ball too long than make a bad throw.
But
so I don't.
A fumble is a turnover too.
I know, but I said interceptions. I think 8 or 9 interceptions is probably where he's going to be. I would pump the brakes a little bit on 32 touchdowns. I would probably put him closer to 28 to 30. But
I'm sticking with mine, 31 and 11.
I like that that you're 10 toes down with that, Big G. First super chat of the hour comes from Claude Bishop, mayor of the Matrix. He says, Tate, pay, Oh, I'm sorry. Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis Pavlak, you got the first of the hour. You are not going to let people forget my comment. You are equally hard. I watch everything you guys do. Mad respect. Thank you. I see you in the comments working on the Frustrated Chicago Sports Channel. I appreciate the views. Everybody, be more like Dennis Pavlak. Second super chat of the hour, Mayor of the Matrix, Claude Bishop, who also sent some homies to the Frustrated Chicago Sports Channel. Appreciate you for that. Tate, Pay, B Dirt. You all should put Big G in the Matrix for the rest of the season for some of those takes. Wow, G, 3 exclamation marks. I agree. I want to take a show of hands. G has to sit in the corner until January for some of the stuff that he's been saying.
No. And Claude, why you over there bumping your gums about the Matrix? Bet a whole show that Ohio State mopped Penn State. I bet a whole show in the corner right now that Ohio State beats the brake shoes off of Penn State. Let's bet that. Why you over there bumping? Why you over there talking? Bet that, Claude. Bet that.
Deviation at its best.
Hey, he want to talk that yak. Listen, you can write that down, Claude. Do whatever you want to do. We're going to beat the dog brake shoes off.
Is that a new sign?
Yes, write that. Write that, Claude. Write it down. We're going to smoke y'all. At your crib. At your
Violet?
Yes, because Pay always be calling me in the corner and all whatever else, so it's got to be purple for Pay because the Baltimore Ravens. That's
I like the thought process.
Right there, man. It's got to be purple for Pay. Write that, Pay. Write that. Right. Write that down.
Okay. Other than the ones that we just played right there for you all to recap and everyone else that watches us to recap, is there anything new? Again, we start the season in 6 days. I want to hear one take from everybody going around the room that you haven't said before. I want to embargo it right here, right now. One thing that you say, you know what? I feel strongly about this. I'm out here. I'm running with it. It could be for your favorite team. I don't care. It could be for the Steelers, Bengals. It could be anti-Baltimore Raven for all I care. It could be anti-Chicago Bear. Let's hear it. G, I know you have an encyclopedia of takes, so I'm a filibuster for my other 2 co-hosts. What you got?
The Green Bay Packers is going to win the NFC North.
Oh, God, I'm writing that down. Oh.
The Green Bay Packers is going to win the NFC North. Write it down. Write it down. The Green Bay Packers is going to win the AFC North.
AFC?
Write it down.
They have never won the AFC North.
The NFC North. They're going to win it.
All right. Okay. I'm writing it down. So, in January, when it's my turn to host again, it will be brought back up. So
yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, G. You are great for content. If I'll never tell you enough, I love doing a show with you just because of that. You make an hour fly by so better. I wish all my co-hosts were like you. B Dirt, co-host of the Pay Dirt show that you all should never miss. What's something you believe going into the 2024 season that you haven't said anywhere else yet?
I haven't said anywhere else. Well, man, that's a tough one because I did the one I was going to say. I definitely did talk about the value of the bet on Pay Dirt on one of our specials, but I would say the one that I'm gonna stand here and say with my chest here is Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to win the Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh!
You're saying that because of the value of the bet, or because he actually would do that?
I think he's actually going to do both. I like both, but I think he's actually going to win it. I think Kyler Murray's going to have a bounce back year as far as yardage. He'll still make some bad plays and fumble the ball too much because it's what he kind of does, but he's going to throw some balls up for 50-50 chances towards Marvin Harrison. I think is going to be pretty spectacular. So
yeah, it's almost like he grew up watching Russell Wilson. Tate, what about you? What you got?
Man, I like B Dirt's take, but I think Marvin Harrison is he like third, Fave odds to win Rookie of the Year?
I think he's 4th or 5th.
Yeah, he
check me on
there.
that, B-Dirt.
Going to it.
And I think Big G, Green Bay, I think that's an easy one. So
you finna come out. Okay.
I'm gonna come out there. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, Pate. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
That's what I'm talking about, Tate. Don't be scared.
It's funny, Pate, that transitioning from B Dirt to myself, you brought it up, man. Do you remember what you said?
I said a lot. What did I say?
Who was Kyler Murray watching?
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson is going to win the most improved player of the year this year.
Woo! Ooh, Tate, man. Hey, listen, I done stepped out there with some stuff before, but Tate, man, listen, I guess you waited, you just held on to it, and you like, man, I'm stepping all in. Man, my God.
So you telling me if Russ throw 32 and 11 like you said, or 28 and 8 like B Dirt said, and they win 11, 12 games, he's not most improved player?
No, I'm saying, man, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Hey, you went out on the ledge. I'm with you on that one, bro. Let's go, Tate. Yeah, get that strength. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, that's for you, boy. That's with my whole chest. With the
there you go.
There
you go, Tate. There you go. Let them know about Russie. Let them know what time it is.
I respect it. I respect the hell out of that. I don't believe it's going to happen, but it's not about that right now. It's not about what's most likely to happen. And I'm gonna give you all one for my two. I'm not gonna even use my team. I think the Kansas City Chiefs don't win their division.
Ooh, pay.
I think Oakland. I think they're gonna end up in a dogfight with Oakland last week of the season, and Oakland's gonna get them.
With the Raiders?
The Raiders. I don't believe in the Chargers. I don't believe in the Chargers yet. But I think the Raiders, I think they're going to sneak up on some people.
Oh, my God.
Hey,
I think they're going to win the division in 10 games.
The Chiefs not going to win 10 games?
They're going to – here's the thing. The Raiders going to sweep them.
Ooh! Bet corner time. I want some of that. I want some of that action, boy. Give me some of that action. I bet it. Bet that corner time. Bet
now,
it.
That one might be more fire-worthy than anything Big G said in the last 2 months.
Give me the corner time.
Listen, I've been saying it for 2 years now. Well, it's the full season now that Kansas City is regressing. Oakland, they caught some fire with their new coach, Antonio. I'm blanking on his last name, Pierce. They caught some fire. I'm kind of drinking the Kool-Aid. I admit it. I am drinking the Kool-Aid on that part right now. There might be some more game film out there on them, and they might just be a late season flash in the pan from last year. It's possible. Kansas City might still end up winning 11, 12 games, but I really don't see it. I see a 10-win season from them. They lose a tiebreaker with Oakland. I think it's possible.
Yeah, I agree with Tim Lyons. Tim, thanks for the $2 super chat, man. We appreciate you. One of the homies, honorary homies, part of the homie crew.
Tim says that I'm sitting too close to G.
You know what?
That's true.
You know what?
I said some craziness that I got a aluminum foil hat on right now with that one.
Hey, I'm just gonna say this. I'm just gonna say this and see if you reevaluate. 10 wins might not get you in the playoffs.
That's big facts. That's big facts, especially in the AFC.
I think 10 wins is fine in the AFC.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, I think 10 wins will be just fine in the AFC.
Is Baltimore over 10?
Okay, let's yes, Baltimore's over 10. I got Baltimore at 12 wins.
Is Cincinnati over 10?
Yes.
Oh.
Is Buffalo over 10?
At 10.
At 10. Okay. Are the Jets over 10?
No.
The Dolphins?
The Dolphins, yes, I got them over 10.
Okay.
Oh.
The Texans?
At 10.
The Jaguars?
The Jaguars?
Wait.
No.
You got the Texans at 10? That's what you got them at? You got them at 10. Bet corner time that they get more than 10.
I have them at 10.
I bet that too. I bet you they get more than 10. I bet that too.
And you go out west, you got Kansas City, you said getting 10. You got the Raiders, Las Vegas winning with 10. And so
I got the Raiders and Chiefs tying at 10. Raiders at the tiebreaker.
So you got Baltimore over 10, Cincinnati over 10. You said Buffalo at 10. You said Miami at 10. You said Houston at 10. Did you say Jacksonville? 10, right?
No.
That's what you said. No? Jacksonville's not winning 10 games?
No.
Okay. And you got the Chiefs and Raiders at 10. That's 17. So
yes.
I didn't even ask you about the Steelers or what the Colts can do or the Browns. So 10 wins.
I actually got the Steelers at. Yeah, you're right. 10 is going to be very hairy, but you know how this goes.
No doubt.
It's always gets hairy in December.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's a no doubt. Yeah, you're right. You know how this goes, and it's gonna be a lot of bungled up teams in the AFC this year. I'm just saying 10 isn't automatically a deal breaker. 10, you're skating on thin ice, buddy. But I don't have Kansas City.
Well, what I said, you could win 10 and not make it to the playoffs.
Oh, okay, yeah. To that point, I agree.
Yeah. So it's super chat from the homie, the governor of Matrix City, Matrix Land, but been really good today from the homie Claude Bishop. You guys switched out pay with a body double because he never talks like that. That's G's job.
I'm helping G out. Thanks a lot, Claude. I'm helping G out because I kind of Freaky Friday. I kind of railroaded him on that edit. So
it's okay.
I'm gonna help him out.
You ain't helping me. I listen. I stay with my chest. I say what I ain't scared. I ain't scared at all. Let's go. If I got to do the quarter time, I do the time. It is what it is. But I believe in what I believe in.
You're gonna do a lot of time, G. Just you wait. And this is exactly the best time to let you all know that DraftKings and the Steel Curtain Network have partnered up for a historic partnership where you can get $50 in Pick 6 credits. All you got to do is download the new DraftKings Pick 6 app and use the code CURTAIN. That's CURTAIN. Curtain. And that's for new customers. If you play $5, you would get $50 in Pick 6 credits guaranteed. And on top of that, and this is the part that I like the best, you would get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium on us. You need to hurry up and do that because the offer expires September 19th. With that said, pivot before we take our first break of the hour. Do you all have any type of spicy takes for week 1 of college football?
Oh, that's what we're going to talk about when we come back from the break?
Nope. Right here before the break. We got more professional football after. So week one, we got a lot of interesting games. I'm looking at in the ACC, some tough guys. Gee, this is your land. This is your playground. What's is there, you got an upset for people?
The only upset that I'm worried about in week one is possibly West Virginia popping Penn State. I think I think that can happen. I think that, but now Clemson, if Clay Kupnick, the quarterback, grew up, then maybe Clemson's got a shot against Georgia. But the only week one game I'm looking at in the upset ballot is possibly West Virginia popping Penn State. Because I got Notre Dame winning big. I got Miami Hurricanes winning big. I got Georgia winning. I've already picked my game. So, yeah, the only one I'm looking at is that Penn State game. And I'm like, man, they better show up or they're going to be in big trouble early.
Shout out to the homie Tim Lyons. I got an upset for you. I like Texas A&M over ND.
Bet corner time on that.
I like that -3. I like it. I promise I do.
Bet that corner time on that one too. I'll take that 15 minutes.
We're gonna settle up in a minute. Hey, B Dirt. One of our commenters, I forgot who it was in the last hour. He was asking for a 3-pick parlay. You said you had all your energy this week on college football. Can you help the gentleman out? I forget who his name was. I'm sorry, blame it on my head, not my heart. Help him out with a 3-teamer.
I do. Big G. I like West Virginia plus 7.5.
Yes, sir.
Would not be shocked if they did pull that upset. The over-under on the Michigan game is 45.5. I'm trying to see if it's the right update still because I haven't looked at it since yesterday. 45.5 still. I like the under in the Michigan-Fresno State 7:30 game.
Oh.
We have a whole new offensive line at Michigan. We have a running quarterback, total new style of offense. We're going to have some kinks to work out. Don't know that we're going to have quite as explosive plays. We have an elite defense. I think Fresno State will have a hard time moving the ball. I could see this being a 30-10 or 30-7 game. So 31-7. So I like that being under. And the third one, man, there's a couple of them I like. Let me get my bearings here.
Take that Hurricane bet, B-Dirt.
You like the Hurricanes?
Yeah. Big over the Gator boys.
Not going to do that one. Not going to do that one. I find that to be trappish. I'll tell you what, pay over under 41.5 for the Iowa Hawkeyes. On principle alone, take the under.
Yeah, they're not getting 40.
So I got 2 unders, which I'm not a huge fan of, and in West Virginia plus 7.5.
I like it. I just put all those slips in. Thanks a lot, B Dirt. Tate, what you got? I saw your boys, the Buckeyes. They took the money line option off because they're so big of a favorite. I think it was what?
58.5. It was 58.5. 58.5. At one point, I guess they took it down, but it was 58.5.
What you thinking about this tomorrow, Tate? You gonna have how many bags of Skinny Pop you gonna eat while watching football?
Probably 2, maybe 3 over the course of the day. But hey, man, I'm going opposite of Big G. Big G telling B Dirt to take the Hurricanes. I'm gonna take the Gators in the swamp, baby. That's what I'm doing, Big G, because the ACC is trash. And Florida is an SEC team. They're gonna come out and represent and beat. What's they gonna beat? Miami Hurricanes. I'm confused because my other pick is Boston College over Florida State.
Listen, I like that game too. I like that game. I like Boston College to beat Florida State. I didn't pick it on my Level Up podcast, but I like that game. But Tate, I'll bet you 10 minutes corner time that Miami beats the brake shoes off the Gators.
You gonna give me the points?
What's the
2.5.
Yeah, you can have it. 2.5. Take it.
That's what it is, B-Dirt?
Yes, sir. Florida's plus 2.5. Over under 54.5.
All right, Big G. That's the bet.
Yep, bet.
Team.
I got it. 10 minutes. Miami gonna beat the brake shoes off of Florida.
Okay. I really
right.
was hoping the spread was something. B-Dirt, I really was hoping it was somewhere around 4.5.
Wishful thinking, buddy.
You all heard it here first. Congratulations to making it out of the long winter without football. Celebrating, pop a bottle and pop a couple of bags of popcorn tomorrow as you enjoy the official start of Christmas. We're gonna take a break real fast. So
can I ask y'all this before then you cut the break, I guess? And we got another super chat. Man, we got to change Qualifiers' name. But which game do you guys start out watching tomorrow?
You got to have a split screen with Georgia, with Clemson and Georgia, and Penn State and West Virginia. You got to have a split screen. You got to have that right off the back at 12 o'clock. Got to have it. You got to have a split screen. Penn State, West Virginia, Georgia, Clemson, 12. Got to have it.
Does Clemson have a chance, Big G?
If Clay Kupnick, listen, he was ranked the number 1 high school quarterback in the country coming out of Texas his freshman year. If he's grown up and matured and Dabo gets out the way and stops trying to call plays, they got a shot.
Hey,
listen, there's no question. Split screen. You watch West Virginia on one and Iowa on the other because you got money on them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And Quad Father paid us a $2 super chat just to agree with one of my many great takes. The ACC is big trash.
I agree. 100%. They big trash.
I got them putting 2 in the playoffs though, but that's a topic for another day.
Quarter time, 20 minutes right now. Quarter time right now, 20 minutes.
Well, Florida State done after tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Florida State's done already.
Right.
I got I'm gonna be quick with it. I got Miami and Clemson going.
Corner time, 20 minutes. 20 minutes corner time. 20 minutes
We
now.
We will settle up on all of these in a minute, G. We got to talk to our sponsors for a second. Everyone, if you're watching live on any of our mini streams, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, however, wherever you're catching us, stay put. We'll be right back. If you're listening on audio, whether that's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, wherever, show some love to our advertisers. We'll be right back with a second half where we talk about some more NFL ball. Welcome back, guys. So, Tate, roll it.
Claude commented, I guess he talking about 2 teams in the ACC playoffs. He said no shot in hell.
I mean, it's 12 teams. You might get a 3-loss team in the playoffs. ACC they're not as good as the Big Ten and the SEC. No one's going to argue that, but they're going to have some representation, but it won't be FSU. They blew their
more ACC or Big 12.
Ooh, that's a good one. Off the top of my head, no, more ACC.
No way. Get up out of here. Stop that.
The Big 12 best team. The Big 12 best teams don't play in the Big 12 no more.
No, stop that, man.
Yo,
Stop.
Pay. the gold or the video project?
Video project.
We've been going through the team schedules in the AFC North. The Browns have the first hardest. The Ravens have the second hardest. Steelers have the third. The Bengals have the 16th. We had the Browns going 7-10. We had the Bengals going 11-6.
We're gonna know who Baltimore is by week 6.
Really?
We're gonna know. When we get to the Washington Commanders game by week 6, we're gonna know.
Ravens are sweeping the Browns.
So that's 8-1.
Cincinnati comes to Baltimore, and they win into Baltimore.
And 1. So 9-2.
I got the 10-7, but y'all say 12-5.
Yeah, that's 7. Come on.
10-7. 10-7. Lamar Jackson weighed 205 pounds. 10-7. This is the best 53-man roster we done had in 10 years.
I will say they went 10-7 last year with Kenny Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky, Mason Rudolph, Matt Canada for like 9 or 10 games of the season.
Oh, Levi Wallace to the bench.
In 10 years, you've won the division 4 times, and this is the best 53?
The best 53 in 10 years, bro.
I would not be shocked if the Steelers started the season 4-0.
Wow. Dallas Cowboys.
The big dub.
Sunday Night Football.
the super big dub. 5-0.
6-0.
6-0.
I mean, I can see paths to victories in all these games. It's just hard to say 6-0. Still,
I know that's hard to say, but it's this reality. But the reason why I'm saying it, because at the end, it's gonna be some lumps.
Just putting this on the record, I got Pittsburgh going 1-3 in October.
It's 8-1. Only lost against the Jets.
Yeah, 8-1. Yeah, okay. Keep it pushing.
Wow. All right, now then we host the Ravens November 17th. Then the Browns come to Cleveland. I got us beating them at home.
10-3.
Last game against the Bengals, we take this one at home. We finished 12-5. So, Pay, we got 12-5.
I don't endorse that. Just putting that out there again.
What did you
so
say?
What you got? But keep in mind, it's a group exercise.
Yes, the last game is a coin flip for me. So if the Steelers win that last game, they'll be 10-7.
Once he handle his business and do exactly what he got to do, he might be the highest paid coach in the NFL after this season. Mark my words, they're going to break the bank out and pay that man.
We got the Steelers 12-5, the Ravens 12-5, the Bengals 11-6, and the Browns 7-10.
Big trash.
Well, the Browns not trash, but somebody got to be on the bottom.
And they like being on the bottom. No Diddy.
Player, no doubt.
B-Dirt, you were absent that week, gallivanting around the continental United States with Jess, per usual. Shout out to Jess. But I do want to let you know, we all had your back. Cincinnati Bengals will go 4-2 in the division. So I'm going to start with you, since you didn't get to defend your team that week. Do you agree with one, the Bengals coming in 3rd in the division, and 2, are we not giving the Bengals enough respect heading into the season?
Third, I would say no. You can make arguments, but I think they're a top 2 in our division. Again, health. You got to have Joe Burrow healthy and out there playing. You got to have Jamar Chase out there playing. If those 2 things don't happen, but I think they're going to happen. I think they're going to be on the field. We've had 2 healthy seasons and 2 injury seasons so far of Joe Burrow. 2 healthy seasons, AFC Championship game, and Super Bowl. So if he's healthy, you got to expect that we are 1st or 2nd in the division and in that mix. So that's where I have us. I had us in that I would put our over under at 11.5 or 12. Right now it's at 10.5. I took the over on.
So where would you put this Jamar Chase situation? He's not hurt, but you said if you have a healthy year, if your team is primarily healthy, mostly looking at Joe Burrow, you're going to do big things in the playoffs. Where does this Jamar Chase thing line up and all that?
So if Jamar Chase doesn't play, let's just say Jamar Chase doesn't play the whole year, I still take the over on 10.5 games. The difference is I feel like when you run into he's a difference maker in the playoffs that I think we need to have to get through that gauntlet. But I would still take over 10.5. If you give me a healthy T. Higgins, Andre Iosivas has looked like really good improvements in year 2. Kid out of Princeton. I think Jermaine Burton by the end of the year will pay some dividends. Mike Gesicki has been playing just as much of that slot receiver position, more so than inline tight end. So I still think we'll be okay there with wide receivers. I think we have a good depth in wide receiver. Now, I don't think we're dynamic, and I don't know. I think my quest for the Super Bowl probably changes without Jamar Chase out there.
So if you walk and win 10, 11 games without Jamar, I can't see that justifying 35 million plus AAV for him.
Well, it depends on what your goal is. I would like to win a Super Bowl. I have not seen one. If your goal is to be 9-8, 10-7, or whatever every year, then okay, make that argument. That's not my goal. My goal is to compete for Super Bowls, and I feel like if you have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow signed through 2029, you got a fighting chance every time you start lacing them up.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. I can see it both ways. I know there's been a history from the Brown family of being a little tight with some finances, but it may be a new day. We should see.
The history is not tight with finances because they've multiple times had the highest paid player in the league. The history is this: there's two things they don't do. Over 30, you're not getting an extension. Over 30 years old, you're not getting an extension. It's the way they do it. No multi-year deals. They give onesies, twosies. That's it. And the other thing that they do is they rarely, outside of quarterback, guarantee more than 2 years of money. The league has changed. That's not the way they do things now. Everybody else is given basically about half to 3/4 of your money up front, depending on what position you play, or guaranteed, I should say, not up front, guaranteed. So that's what they need to get into this millennium of how football players are being paid. Period.
Okay. All right. Tate, Big G, my fam. There's been a lot of consternation in the Steeler Nation over this preseason performance from the Steelers, right? A lot of people are likening Arthur Smith to Matt Canada. I don't think that's fair. But, G, you said in the last hour, the offensive line is banged up. Yeah. Your quarterbacks didn't have us. Let's just say they didn't inspire a lot of confidence in a lot of the fan base, right?
That's fact.
So, with that being said, how do you all feel about the 12-5 projections right now?
I'm sticking with it. I think they're going to right the ship. I think they're going to eventually get healthy. And I'm going to be honest, I would rather have the injuries at the beginning than at the end. So we're going to take our lumps early. We got guys that are hurt on the offensive line. Warren is hurt. Roman Wilson is hurt. But I'm hearing Roman Wilson and Warren is going to both play. So I would rather get the injury bug, get it out of the way, because it has a tendency to affect every team. I'm sticking with 12-5 for the Steelers. That's my take.
What about you, Tate? 12-5 all the way?
Man, we did a pump your brakes, not this past Wednesday, the Wednesday before, after the Buffalo game. And the title of the show was Pump Your Brakes. It's not Armageddon. Pump your brakes.
Facts.
So Mike Tomlin has won with Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky, Duck Hodges,
Facts.
We think he ain't gonna take Russ and win games.
Facts.
I mean, I'm really not worried about. I mean, you need to be healthy going into the playoffs. Like Big G said, if you don't have some injuries, get them out the way early. You know, we're gonna be getting Cam Sutton back. I think at the deadline they make some type of move for a receiver, but I do think we keeping 4 good tight ends. I think 12 personnel will suffice to get some of these early games. And it's Mike Tomlin and Russ. Yeah, Russ off 2 mediocre years for him. But it's Mike Tomlin and Russ. Here we come. Get ready. Buckle down. I'm sticking with the 12-5.
That's what I'm talking about, Tate.
No, I respect that because I actually do have a reverse from our schedule projections that we did back in May. I said the Steelers were going to go 4-0 and then have a 1-3 October. I actually want to reverse that. I think they start the season bumpy, and then they have a 2-2, maybe even 3-1 October. And the reason why
what's bumpy? First 4 games, what's bumpy?
1-3.
Bet the corner time with that too. Come on, bet it. Come on, bet that. Put that out there too. Put it out there.
The reason why it turns around a little bit because I think the quarterback change will be made right then and there. 4 games headed into the bye week.
Bet the corner time. They don't start no 1-3.
You said 1-3 in October, if I remember right. That was against Dallas, the Raiders,
Oakland,
the Jets, the Giants. 1-3.
I don't remember the 4th team. Yeah,
no,
I think now I'm saying
the Jets and Giants.
Right, and the Giants being at 1. So now I'm saying they're going to go 2-2, maybe 3-1 in October, and the 1-3 is going to be
in September.
In September.
Bet it. You want to bet that? You want to bet it?
I got a bet for you.
What?
So you both had the Steelers at 12-5. You both had the Bengals at 11-6. I'll bet you each 15 minutes quarter time that the Bengals have a better record than the Steelers.
Bet.
It's an easy bet.
I'll bet that. I'll take 15 on that. I'll take it. And I like the Bengals. I like the Bengals.
I'm in, but I want you to know the two we all agree Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, wherever you put them, is top 5 quarterbacks, right?
Facts. Big facts.
The Steelers are 6-5 against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson.
Big facts again.
Winning football with trashy quarterbacks.
Big facts. So
and that's not counting. That's not counting your backup or Huntley or none of that. That's 6-5 against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson. Just a little nugget for you fellas.
I like them big facts, Tate. Hey,
we got a super chat. We got a super chat. Quadfather Dennis Pavlak. He wants everyone to know he's not worried about the Atlanta Falcons because he questions how healthy is Kirk Cousins. I do as well. I don't think Kurt is healthy. I don't think
healthy enough for the water park.
Well, you ain't got to run away from the defensive lineman at the water park. All you got to do is put your hands over your head and say "we."
I think the Steelers get 5 sacks that game.
Oh, who gets them, Tate? I want to know who you want to see because I know I know a sneaky guy. You're gonna tell me gonna get a sack.
TJ gets 2.
Yep.
Keanu Benton gets 1.
Okay.
Herbig gets 1.
I knew you was gonna say Herbig.
And my surprise sack is Landon Roberts.
Yeah, I like that. I'm with 5 sacks. Game 1. I'm with 5 sacks.
Okay. Let's take another final commercial break before we come into our third and final segment. If you're watching live, stay tuned. Everybody else on audio, check out what our sponsors gotta tell you. We'll be right back. This one will be the gold. So, fellas, elsewhere in the sports world, we have the Major League Baseball and WNBA coming down the stretch. WNBA, they will be starting their playoffs in give or take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. MLB, their Labor Day, Monday, will start their final season, final month of their season.
Tell me you're getting ready to roll some footage of Big G's takes on WNBA players this year. Come on now, pay.
Well, G Tate. We do have another footage. You want to run that? Who's winning the gold in the men's and women's 100 meters?
If weather conditions are correct, she's gonna break the record.
I don't believe that. That's 10-4-9. I don't.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down.
Weather conditions mean a lot.
It does. But Big G, the closest anybody ever came to that is like 10-6.
That
10,
young
6.
lady gonna run on the 10-5 something, maybe close to.
But that won't get it though. That won't get it.
Man, that young lady fast, man.
I keep telling you, G, you are great for content. That's just to finish off the Olympics. Sha'Carri Richardson, to everybody that doesn't know, she did not break record. Sorry, G.
But you got to tell the whole story, Pay. You got to tell the whole story.
There's
a lot of controversy with what happened with that.
She got to run around.
Yeah. Made her run around that stadium for an hour before she could go in and even warm up.
She was not going to break it at all. But you're right. There was some circumstances surrounded. But just to close up the Olympics, I did have to bring that back to the front. Moving on. Do you all think the WNBA will have a rematch in the maybe not the finals, but another playoff rematch between the defending champions, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Eastern Conference beast out of New York, the Liberty?
Oh,
I think it's trending that way, but I think a more popular rematch for TV ratings is if the Fever and the Sky meet up. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in the playoffs.
That won't happen.
Yeah, because they two lowest seeds.
Yeah, they're going to be eliminated first round by better teams. It's possible that the Aces, if let's say playoffs ended today, let's say the season ended today. It's possible the Aces and the Liberty will meet in the second round. But the Aces are too far down for them to be on the other side of the bracket. They will have to win their first round matchup with my squad. Well, actually not my squad, Seattle, led by Jewel Lloyd, fantastic player. They will have to win that playoff match. I believe the first round is a best of 3. They changed that to a best of 3. They will have to win that to have the right to play Liberty, who they would face the Sky in the first round. That's a sweep. In the event they do play each other, do you think it's going to distance just like it did last year in the finals?
I don't think the Aces is going to be there. I think that they've had too many injuries. So I look for another team to come out of the West.
Well, they don't have a conference playoff format. It's just the top 8 teams. So the Aces will be playing the Seattle Storm in the first round. If it's, like I said, regular season ended today. So based on that, you think the Storm would beat the Aces?
I think the Aces have a lot of injuries. I mean, they have the best player in the world in Aja Wilson. That's a fact. There's nothing around that. Way you can get around it. But I think that their guard play and the injuries that they've had to the guards, they're not necessarily might not be built for the playoff run that they had last year. So I wouldn't be shocked if Seattle gave them the business. I wouldn't be, not at all.
You got that stern look on your face, B-Dirt. How do you feel?
I think the Liberty are going to win it when it's all said and done. I get that look on my face whenever I'm agreeing with G. I don't think the Aces are going to be able to pull it off this year. I like the Sun a little better. The Lynx, although they had a turd the other night, but I think there's a little there's a couple more viable options right now other than the way the Aces are playing. So I just you got when your allies are out there with Big G, kind of you wonder how sturdy that branch is for both of you. You know what I mean?
It's good enough. It's good enough for us, B-Dirt. We're gonna be all right.
No, you said the Lynx. Thank you for the segue. That's my favorite team. They led the turd tonight. They lost to the worst team in the league, the Dallas Wings, by almost 20. I don't like that. They were smoking. They were
got
smoking.
killed.
They did. Yeah, yes, they did. Did not like that.
They all go out.
However,
a little night out in Dallas.
Maybe it's possible. Dallas is a fun town. That's my pick to win it. Obviously, it's a little homer. I am being a homer. Yes, I admit it. The 4-time champion Lynx, they haven't shown any issue with any of the best teams in the league this year. Not the Aces. They've given L's to the Aces. They've given L's to the Sun. They've given L's to the Liberty. They've given L's to everybody. They can run with anybody. And obviously, Aja Wilson, as G said, best player in the world. She should win MVP last year. I think she was robbed last year when they gave it to Breanna Stewart, who's deserving. She's a great player in her mind. She's one of the GOATs. But I think Aja should have won it last year. She's definitely going to win it this year. But MVP, Nafisha Collier for the Lynx, she's been dogging all year. I just wanted to see her get some votes. But Tate, do you think it's plausible that the Aces could maybe make it to the second round and see the Liberty and maybe beat them again just because they've done it before?
It's possible. That's why you go between the lines and play the games. But I got the Liberty winning it. They've been the best team from coast to coast. Breanna Stewart, if not the first, she's MVP last year, you said. And you keep me up for her too, just like you did earlier. Keep me up with Russ to win the most improved player. An actual guy that's playing that didn't just stay alive going to win the most valuable player this year. I know he was rooting for it last year in that. But Breanna Stewart, man, if she's not the first, she always going to be in the top 3 in the world. And the Liberty been looking good. 26-6. I really liked them to win it this year.
I think something that goes unreported a little bit is that the Aces and the Liberty, they sent the most players to the Olympics. So you got to factor that in. There is some fatigue that is a part of that. Yes, the Liberty is going to have that same fatigue. I think they sent 6 players over to the I think 4 was in Team USA and the other 2 for other countries. But they've got the number 1 seed. They don't have the number 1 seed locked up by any stretch of the means. They're only 2 games ahead of the Lynx, who are number 3. But I don't foresee them not being a number 1 seed. And if they continue to have the number 1 seed, they're going to play the Chicago Sky, and they're going to destroy them. I watched Chicago Sky play yesterday, and they blew a 10-point lead in the last 2 minutes of the game to another one of the other worst teams at all year, Washington Mystics, who might end up with Paige Bruckers out of UConn in the draft. They are horrible. Well, they've been hurt a lot this season, but I won't call them horrible.
It happens in this league, though, man. Liberty lost to the Sparks a few days ago. Like this, it's just a weird.
The fatigue thing is you have to really pay attention to that in this league. To which my point, the Aces did send a lot of players to Team USA as well, and to other competing countries. They don't have that easy first round matchup. Jewel Lloyd and them Storm are going to give them some go. And the Aces, they've given some teams some dubs that they shouldn't normally have. I had to stop betting on them. So I don't know. It's plausible, and I'm definitely not counting Aja Winslet out. She is a beast. She can carry a team on her back. But it's not outside the realm of possibility. They get beat in the first round.
Wow. I ain't mad at it.
Is Juju coming out next year, Big G?
No, she can't.
No.
She'll be a sophomore.
Oh, okay.
She's got to wait. She's got to wait this year and then the year after she can come out.
Because she's coming out this year, she probably would go to the Sparks. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
4 years. It's a 4-year rule.
Women's college basketball is a 4-year rule?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? I thought it was 3.
4.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. She's going to be in for a while. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
You got coming to the league seasoned.
Yeah.
I would sit here and have an argument about why that's fair or why they make the women do that, not the men. But in this day and age of NIL, if you're a good basketball player in college, you probably don't want to go pro.
Yeah, you'll make more. You'll make more doing another thing.
Yeah, I think I concur with B Dirt. Again, I don't have the stern look on my face. I don't know if I agree with B Dirt with too much stuff either.
You see how I help you, B? You see how I help you, G? I'm making you sound like the logical one this hour. We got another super chat from the mayor of Matrix, Claude Bishop. What's you guys' thoughts on Deion Sanders' coaching job last night?
Please, can I answer this? Please.
G, take it. G, balls.
On the Level Up College Football Podcast, I called the final score of that game to be 35-27 Colorado against North Dakota State University, who is a Division I AA school. They're not a Division I school. They look the exact same way that they looked last year, at the very beginning of the season with the first 3 games. Saying all that, I'm telling you right now, Nebraska's going to beat the brake shoes off of Colorado week 2. They're going to beat them bad. They're going to beat them bad. And Deion almost lost the game because in the last 2 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes, when they had the ball, they never ran the ball. And they gave the ball back to North Dakota State. And the only reason why North Dakota State lost is because they ran out of time. They threw the ball down to the 3-yard line or the 4-yard line and was in position if they had one more play would have scored and beat them. If Colorado can't run the ball, they're not going to win.
Yeah, they were 5 yards or 8 seconds from beating them last night.
Yes, they had them beat. They're the same team they was last year, all flash. But when you got to line up and play in the trenches, they're cooked. And I can't wait till we talk about this on Sunday on the Know It Alls podcast. Because Mod called me right after the game, prime time. Get prime time up out of here. They're going to win 5, maybe 6 games, period. They're not a contender. Get them out.
No, I've seen places, publications, TV shows having the Buffs being an 8-win team this year. I didn't believe that for the most part.
No.
And what I saw last night didn't give me any hope to change my mind. I was considering putting some money down on Colorado, just to cover the line. But then I looked it up. I saw North Dakota. They have a pretty good record against Division 1A squads. They're what 6-0-1 against the spread against.
You don't want to play those Dakotas.
Yeah, the South Dakota's even better. So it's like I'm gonna stay away from this. And glad I did because if you can't cover the spread in week 1 against a Division 1A, 1AA, there's some question marks that need to be answered.
Facts. They trash. They ain't the truth. Get them out of here.
I don't think Deion's coaching. I've never seen anything coaching wise from Deion that told me that, this is where he's going to be. I've said it on this show before. I don't think Deion his whole long game is to be a coach. I think he just wanted to coach his son and his son's friends. They only won that game, A, as you said, because the other team ran out of time, and B, because Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter is a very good player. He's going to be a top 3 draft pick. That's the only reason they won that game. He has a bad game. They have a loss.
Mm-hmm. Nebraska going to beat the brake shoes off of them. I'm telling you right now. You can book that. Book it.
I agree. We have a show agreement. Nebraska wins against Colorado. Everybody?
I know Tate, dude. I know Tate.
Nebraska.
I know he do. I'm speaking for him. I already know. He going to say they're going to beat the brake shoes off of him.
They'll be too physical.
Yeah.
All right. Finish up 1 second. Last month of the baseball season, where's all our teams at? Is any of our teams going to the playoffs? Just you, G? You're the only team that's going to the playoffs?
Yeah, I'm in, bro.
All right, so we don't need to talk about this. We're going to talk about MLB
then. Thank you for sparing me. They just lost a doubleheader to the Brewers, 5-4 in 10. First game. Second game, they get smoked 14-0.
This is the Cincinnati Reds, right?
14-0.
14-0.
Yeah, pulled ahead of those Pirates, though.
Tate, they need to fire Bill Bell today.
I agree.
They need to fire him today. They need to fire him today. He's trash. He garbage. He dumpster juice, Tate.
We got a super chat from Mr. Woodsey. I believe is that Canadian money?
I don't know. That's what I thought. Cash App.
Cash App bread for the $6.99.
That's what I thought. My team. Well, I do have a bit of in the comments earlier. My team, the Chicago Cubs. Tim Lyons said that I know he knows that I'm happy that the Cubs are finally with 500. I am not happy for that. The Cubs payroll is $250 million. $250 million buys you a team 2 games over 500 on Labor Day weekend. Throw the whole squad out. Terrible year. But I am happy to say we are ahead in the standings over the Cincinnati Reds. I might be getting some of my money back. I'm happy about that.
Should be $280 million. Should have to pay for Javi Baez too.
So wait, Big G, is Stanford TCU grade come on look like?
Yep, at 10 o'clock.
Something to watch.
Yeah. Hey, Wisconsin and Western Michigan is going at it right now. It's 7-7 at halftime. Western Michigan is for real, bro. They're for real. Their defense is outstanding.
Michigan State struggling with somebody too.
Yeah.
Michigan State's that program's got some issues.
A lot of issues.
Understatement of our entire 3-year run. Michigan State's program, the university, they have some issues. Yes, Big B-Dirt. Yes, they do. That is the entire athletic department.
I do want to tell you, especially Big G, I know Tate, you'll appreciate this too, but I do appreciate you guys took that bet about the Bengals having a better record than the Steelers, because if you wouldn't have took that one, you would have gotten my last hot take. For the first time ever, the Steelers are going to finish last in the AFC North.
Bet corner time with that right now. I bet 30 minutes of corner time.
I already got corner time bet that the Bengals have a better record. That's a silly bet, G. I'm not taking it.
Double down that the Steelers don't finish in the
I don't need to. I've already got your 15 minutes.
I bet an hour.
No, I don't need to.
I bet a whole show. that the Steelers don't finish last. I bet an hour. Listen, matter of fact, I bet 2 shows in a row. Whoa. I bet the homies and the homies overtime that we don't finish in last place. I bet double shows. I'm saying it with my chest for real,
I would say for one of the co-hosts of Pay Dirt and Analytical Show and all that, you're not following the trends. So it's a big bet to bet something that's never happened is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is.
You want to bet both shows? I bet both shows.
Oh, told you. I the caveat going into it was I already had the bet. You could have got a different one, but
finish in last place. You need to stop that. Put him in the Matrix. Put him in the Matrix. Tate.
That's like you gave me 14 points in a game and then wanted to bet more money on it head up. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not taking that bet.
You need to go to the Matrix, man. Matter of fact, you need to put some respect on Coach Tomlin's name, bro. You need to put some respect. Put some respect on Coach Tomlin's name. Finish in last place. Stop that.
B Dirt is off rotation and Pay look like you are too. Where you at?
The Ravens are winning the division. That's it.
Did you see the comments from Shannon Sharp the other day?
What did Shannon Sharp have to say?
You should look those up. He was talking about diva wide receivers and talking about Pickens and issues that they were having there and how Tomlin had kind of let that happen and let these guys have a systematic way of getting along. And he was talking to your boy, your ex-Steeler.
Who?
Your old defensive back.
Ryan Clark.
Yep.
Ryan
Clark said they ain't going. Ryan Clark went to the Steelers camp and interviewed them boys. Ryan Clark,
I'm telling you, you need to look up.
Shannon Sharp about to go in the Matrix with all the rest of them.
Look it up and watch it. It's a very interesting show.
Get him in there too. He about to go to the Matrix too.
I don't put too much stock in what Shannon Sharp said though.
Yeah,
he's definitely a little shock jockish for sure. But Ryan Clark's reaction was like his body language was different than I thought it would be.
He probably wanted to get. Thank you, Tate. Thank you. Put him in there. In the Matrix.
That's where Claude said put him in the Matrix. That's you, B Dirt.
Thank you, Claude.
Hey, Pay. I asked where you was at, man.
What me physically?
Yeah, like you in the A. You at home in Chicago? Where you at?
No, I'm in Chicago. It's fantasy football draft weekend. Hey, I gotta be here. We have a live draft every year. This is the 12th year in a row.
Oh yeah,
gotta be here.
I seen y'all on Facebook. That's the best damn sports group.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How many teams?
It's 12 teams. PPR. It's not any like one of those new formats. Not a guillotine. Not any of those type of formats. It's just a straight up 12 team. PPR league. 30 seconds on the clock. Very unique punishment if you auto draft. Very unique. I can't divulge what that is. And the team that came in last year, he has to do a punishment for the whole draft. This year, the punishment is going to be he has to announce his pick with a mouthful of big league chew.
Wow. Sounds like fun. Big G. So Lance called me today, right? You know, my mod got back in there because we needed a spot filled. Mod got back in yesterday.
Yeah.
Lance called me today. His father-in-law is remember Corey Simpson?
Yeah.
I talked to him and Lance earlier. If it was a spot open, he wanted to get in the league. Corey Simpson did.
Well, ain't no spot. He cooked.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just telling you, you know. We got people making requests.
Related to Homer?
Huh?
He said, "Is Corey related to Homer?" No, Pay. He's not. He's not. No, he's not. But yeah, our league, man. People want to get in. I mean, it's pride, it's money, it's all those combination things why people love fantasy football. That's why, And we're gonna be broadcasting it live. The fantasy football draft will be live on the Know It Alls channel on Sunday after the show. We're going to broadcast that draft live.
Just unhinged because I'll be off the fifth or something. So
I was just saying, just like every year, my brother-in-law and sister going to be here. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to it, man. It should be fun. I haven't done one mock draft at all. I probably go up here and test the functionality this year and see how things work because I don't really know.
I did not do a mock draft this year either.
Yeah.
I've only done a handful. Tomorrow, I'm buckling down and doing nothing but mock drafts in front of college football all day. I got 4 leagues I need to mock for.
You got in 4 leagues?
I'm in 4 leagues, and they're all different. So I need to practice my strategy in 4 different ways tomorrow.
How many leagues you in, Big G?
Just 2. The Ohio State League and the Family League. That's it.
Well, what about you, B Dirt?
3.
Wow. Okay. I think this is the first year in a minute. I'm only in 1. I'm so just ours. I'm so relieved at that, man. It's fun when it's fantasy football time and we get ready to draft and do all these drafts. But as the season goes on, it gets kind of exhausting.
Yeah, as soon as you got 3-4 teams and you got about 9-10 guys that are hurt, you got to try and figure out filling in gaps. It gets rough.
It's always that one time you forget to put in a waiver for one of them teams. Yeah.
Yep. Too many teams. My
birthday is Monday, so I'm gonna celebrate my birthday off a great fantasy football draft Sunday night. My birthday is Labor Day, so.
Happy early birthday, Tate. Happy early birthday to you.
Thanks, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, happy early birthday. I'll talk to you again Mondays, but happy B-Day. But you won't be having a good draft.
No, get him out of here. He's cooked. Get him out of here. We're not.
You
letting
never
it
do, and I'm not throwing shade. I'm just like you never do. So just.
But I always
we talk about trend. Yes, you do triple the amount of moves and triple the amount of trades of anybody else to fix the team.
Put in work. That's what it is.
Yes,
hustle.
They let you down. I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to keep your GM hat on. I'm just saying, the draft, it's gonna look good. It won't be.
Okay, I can respect. I can respect that. Come from the only other 2-time champ.
Because you it's not shade.
Stop that.
That's
shade.
An observation.
He threw backhanded shade. He gets get that up out of here.
It's an observation.
Shade,
it's not shade.
I ain't talking about you, Pay. I'm talking about Tate, man.
Oh well, I mean that was also a fact as well. I don't see any other 2-time champs in this room.
Y'all know what happened. Stop that. Y'all know what happened.
Hey, Big G. After we put Mod in and made some adjustments to the divisions, man, you see who you play week 1?
Probably Mod. I hope I do. Won't beat the brake shoes off of me.
But you ain't gonna beat the brake shoes off who you playing week 1.
Who I play?
You ain't gonna beat the brake shoes off of him.
I play you?
It's probably Tate.
You up out of here, Tate. You up out of here.
Oh, this is the first time.
You up out of here.
It's the first time in a long time I don't play you.
I think Pay play Andre.
Oh, that's a dub.
Andre trash. Andre trash every year. I tell Andre to his face, he trash every year. His team sucks. Every year.
He had the same amount of chips you got, though.
Yes, his team is trash.
He had a better record than you did, G. The last 3 years.
No way. No way.
Well, not that year you went. Not that 1 year you went to the title game. Not that year. But the other 2 years, 1 year I beat him in the.
I only missed the playoff one time in the last 3 years. I missed it once. Andre ain't been in the playoffs 3 years in a row. Get up out of here. Stop that.
Again, in the last 4 seasons, I beat Andre in the championship games one of them years. Last year he went to the last week into making the playoffs. You wasn't
didn't make it.
What, like last place? So I don't know.
I was 1 game out of the playoffs. I was 1 game out. And I lost Aaron Rodgers right off the bat. Y'all know that. Stop that.
You were because you were big trash all season.
That 1 year I got Trey Lance auto drafted, and that was not good. And I didn't do it on purpose. I just was a glitch. I messed up something and picked Trey Lance. And he got hurt that game against the Bears. Wasn't that opening week or was that the second game?
Yeah, second game.
He probably wasn't gonna do nothing no way. Then I had to train. I got Russ that first year in Denver, big trash. That's the only time I had a losing record. And didn't make the playoffs.
Trey Lance, I don't even know if I remember someone throwing 5 interceptions in a preseason game.
Trash. I saw Daniel Jones throw 2 in a preseason game the other week, and he's getting $40 million a year. For that reason alone, every quarterback is underpaid.
Facts. Facts.
Fair.
This has been a great episode, fellas. I love recording with you guys. You guys are my brothers, not just my homies. And I love the extension of the homies, the chat fam. Homie Nation is a great nation. Everybody make sure you like, subscribe, and share the show. And not just this show, the Level Up Pod on Mondays, Pump Your Brakes on Wednesdays, Know It All on Sundays, Pay Dirt on Wednesdays, Running Through the Jungle on Wednesdays, and every goddamn day that I'm recording and putting out something. I can't even tell you what day specifically for the Bear Claw or the Bulls. It's just every day at this point. We appreciate it. Tate, G, B, if y'all got any final words?
Sir, let's get up out of here.
Happy football Christmas starting tomorrow. Everybody, have a great weekend.
Hey, what are you? Well, B Dirt, you tailgating, right?
Yes, sir. Tailgate starts at noon. We will be on the Ann Arbor the golf course and resort right outside the south end zone. And the game starts at 7:30, so you can do the math. Gonna be a long one. Gonna be a long one.
You're gonna be Irished up.
I do a lot there at the tailgate, so I'm normally pretty well.
What you looking forward to eating tomorrow at the tailgate?
So we doing some tacos. My man doing some pulled pork, some chicken, stuff like that. Beef tacos. Put a little taco bar, a little guacamole.
Everything sounds good. Everything sounds delicious. You're making me hungry now. But not to blow you. I said, what are you looking forward to? Well, one thing. What are you gonna eat first?
What am I gonna eat first? Pulled pork.
Pulled pork? Okay. Yeah, man. Well, all right, Pay, go ahead. I'm done, man. I'm just ready to send Brett Favre to jail whenever you say, let's send him to jail.
Lock him up.